J.K. Rowling, also known as literally Hitler by the left, absolutely despised by the woke crazy crowds. Hollywood says that they hate her and want nothing to do with her. Obviously, that tune completely changes when there's a possibility to cash in a fat check created by her juggernaut of a franchise that is Harry Potter. Hypocrites, spineless, all I can say about it. Twitter wants to cancel her every day and ruin her life as much as possible on every opportunity given. Hey, they don't even need the reason at this point. J.K. Rowling is unironically one of the most hated people on this world. And you may be asking, why is that? Well, she has made the cardinal sin of saying, women are women. Oh, yes, I'm not even exaggerating. Just because of that, all this unreasonable hate. And now, Hogwarts Legacy is coming out, and this has, well, added a lot of fuel to the fire. And I can't wait until the point that this game comes out and it absolutely destroys in sales. It destroys all the woke media nonsense that is constantly going out, how you shouldn't buy and play this game because it's bad. J.K. Rowling is a horrible person for defending women and all of that garbage. I can't wait.
Mostly people who are considering purchasing Hogwarts Legacy video game know that they shouldn't. While this statement is rather controversial, it is not without a base. So why would there be a...
That statement's not controversial. The statement is absolutely stupid. I also like the fact for this video they found a person with the absolutely most soy-infused voice possible.
Reason to ask that you boycott the upcoming Hogwarts video game? Let's find out in this video, so make sure you stick with me to the end. So without any further delay, let's get into the video. The controversy surrounding the Hogwarts Legacy video game. The controversy surrounding J.K. Rowling has persisted for years now. The author of the Harry Potter saga is once again in the spotlight, and many internet users are calling for a boycott of the Hogwarts Legacy game.
When he says many internet users are calling for a boycott, he's actually not joking, because pretty much all of Twitter left hates her undiscriminately. Everything she does is just pure evil in their opinion. You literally have... I think this is actually one of the largest hate groups, because on Twitter when J.K. Rowling is trending, there's literally millions of tweets. So she technically has 1 million people who are not gonna buy the game if it releases. But on the other hand, if you have a brain, you know that those people were never going to buy the game in the first place. It's literally just a Twitter echo chamber that wants to yell at someone and hate someone because they don't have anything better in their lives. These people were never going to buy the game in the first place. These people were never going to support the franchise in the first place. And Harry Potter has most likely 1 billion fans at this point in the world. So 1 million people that could potentially not buy the game doesn't even honestly matter that much. And this game, by Harry Potter fans, is stated to be pretty much a dream come true.
Here we go again. Very often when a Harry Potter film is broadcast on TV, there is an outpouring of hatred on social networks concerning J.K. Rowling and her opinions, which are deemed transphobic, anti-Semitic, and homophobic. In this video,
I love it that they just pile it on, you know. Everyone actually complains about J.K. Rowling because, you know, of her comments about women, that she's misogynist or something like that. But they usually just love to add the anti-Semitic, anti-LGBTQ, all of those things just on top, because why not at this point? You're lying and going all out in the first place, so why just not compound it a little bit more for extra effect?
we will simply try to explain to you why today the author is in the spotlight and why some internet users are calling for a boycott of Hogwarts Legacy video game, the famous open-world game that will take place 100 years before the adventures of the bespectacled wizard. The game is set in the Wizarding World universe, a universe based on Fantastic Beasts films and the Harry Potter series, both of which are the intellectual property.
This game, by the way, is going to be probably absolutely amazing.
of J.K. Rowling, our mediocre national hero. Why boycott the Hogwarts legacy? There were many ways to think about J.K. Rowling. People who support the author no matter what, those who don't like what she says but love Harry Potter so much they forget the rest, those who find the statements of the author inadmissible, or those who call for a boycott so that
most people aren't insane, so they don't even associate, honestly, the game with J.K. Rowling in the first place, honestly. They just associate Harry. Can you imagine this crazy thing? That people can actually look at something and don't need to deeply analyze everything that is tied with this medium. Can you imagine a person can read Harry Potter and not instantaneously Google the history of the author? Can you imagine that? I certainly can't nowadays.
no more cents from Harry Potter merchandise go into her pocket, etc. But what is reproached to J.K. Rowling very concretely? For several years now, the author has been in the crosshairs of a large number of internet users. Although there are still many more fans and people who side with J.K. Rowling in support, it is impossible to ignore, especially on Twitter, the communities who blame the writer for her behavior, her words, and even some of her writings in the saga. J.K. Rowling's first big mistake was to post a message on Twitter in 2020 that obviously did not please the majority of internet users. Her tweet
Majority? Ooh, I wonder what this big tweet is gonna be.
awkwardly said that to get your period, you had to be a biological woman. Following this,
Holy shit, how dare she? I mean, how dare she? Like, biology and shit. Oof, man, that is just unacceptable now, for the modern days.
affair, many investigations were carried out about it, concluding then in waves of hatred or even disapproval by known actors of Harry Potter like Emma Watson. Long considered one of the most active feminists in the world, J.K. Rowling quickly descended.
It's so sad that Emma Watson actually turned out the piece of trash that she honestly is. It's kind of actually really sad.
From her pedestal, and more violent accusations began to emerge. Among the most controversial criticisms, according to internet users, we find the supposed way the author describes the goblins in the Harry Potter saga. With a long nose and unconditional love of money, Gringotts Bank, this visibly represents an anti-Semitic caricature of Jews, with some comparing the author to Hitler. Let's look at
Obviously, anything that loves money is a Jew. Obviously, anything that has a long nose is a Jew. Yes. How could it not be true? I mean, look at Lord of the Rings. Orcs are clearly designed to be black people. How dare they? Absolutely disgusting. This is why we need to readapt everything good from the olden times of media to a modern narrative. Preferably without white males, and Mary Sue white women at the main role. That is the way forward. That's what everyone likes, you know?
Warner Brothers and Avalanche Software response to the controversy. Avalanche Software is developing Hogwarts Legacy, and Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment is publishing it. Rowling is now taken over from Katie Hopkins as the country's most prominent reactionary. So it's strange that Warner Brothers would use Rowling's intellectual property to create anything, a move likely to bring her significant profit. What is most blamed on J.K. Rowling is, of course, her alleged transphobia and homophobia. So much so, the community want to boycott the Hogwarts Legacy video game so that no cents are paid to her. Already in March 2022, a few weeks after the long video gameplay.
Imagine the fact that you are so pitiful that you are gonna tell someone, I'm not gonna buy the product that you are gonna release. I wasn't gonna buy it in the first place, but now I'm double not buying it. Imagine how pitiful you need to be for that. Most of these people who are complaining about this don't even have money, or their parents are literally multimillionaires who are claiming that communism is the way to go. Strange how it always works out exactly like that.
Trailer was presented to the general public, the writer received multiple death threats. To deal with these controversies, the developers then insisted that the game would allow players to customize their character's voice, body type, and gender. However, you will have to choose between wizard and witch for the naming, how the NPCs address you in the game, and the placement in the dormitories of Hogwarts. By starting the game, the player will be able to create his character from head to toe and assign him a male or female voice regardless of the gender chosen. person. This kind of customization is increasingly common in recent video games and is not extraordinary, but it is very important to note that the Hogwarts Legacy team is doing its best to show future players that dramas are not related to the game. On the official site and in communications,
Imagine also how stupid you need to be. Of all things, by the way, a game developer, okay? It's not the publishers who absolutely don't even know what gaming is. They just do the publishing and they just squeeze all the money out as much as possible. No, game developers are actually thinking that voices, retarded voices, I should say, on Twitter actually represent the opinion of masses. Like, there have been so many games that have been literally canceled by Twitter, and they sold like hotcakes. Unlimited hotcakes because everything's online now. But still as hotcakes. Oh yeah, we're canceling this game. Look at that. 100,000 Twitter hashtags about this game being canceled and you shouldn't buy it. Bestseller. Instantaneously. God, and to be a gaming developer not understand this. That's crazy. To be a game developer not understand that the people complaining to you are never gonna buy the product in the first place. Who is even making this that they think that that's even remotely accurate?
it is also regularly reminded that J.K. Rowling has nothing to do with the development of Hogwarts Legacy video game, although the universe is taken from her work. By this statement, Avalanche wants to show that its team of developers should not be punished for the words of the writer. When asked what J.K. Rowling's involvement in the game is, and if it's a new J.K. Rowling story, they answer that J.K. Rowling was not involved in the creation of the game. However, her extraordinary body of writing is the basis of all Wizarding World projects. They concluded by saying that it is not a new J.K. Rowling story. This is not very reassuring. Warner Brothers' vague statement regarding inclusive culture, as well as the responsibility for fostering empathy and advocating understanding of all peoples, may be the same. On the Warner Brothers side, it should be remembered that at the end of 2021, the company had hesitated to publish the Hogwarts Legacy video gameplay trailer and had waited until February 2022 because the controversy around J.K. Rowling was still far too present. Today, while the boycott is back, the new
Admittedly, Warner Brothers is an absolute go woke, go broke type of company. We have all seen it, boys. Admittedly, Disney and Marvel are completely fucked. Warner Brothers, same literal thing. Oh, they really actually fear these type of controversies because they think that going woke is somehow magically not gonna make them broke. I mean, look at the newest Black Panther and how absolutely it's doing as shit. Like, have you seen Aquaman? I hope you haven't, because if you do, you're gonna feel a little bit of pain. Oh no.
Director of WB wanted to speak to the media Axios. In short, the controversy will obviously still be ongoing, and it seems that only two choices are possible now: boycott or finance, a situation that many Potterheads see with a very bad eye, of course. And who would like internet users to make the difference between the game developed by a team and the author's transphobic comments? Warner Brothers' decision not to stop the game is all the more surprising, considering the behavior of Troy Levitt, a retired senior producer at Hogwarts Legacy, in his YouTube videos. Levitt calls the hashtag #MeToo movement a moral panic and defends John Lasseter, Pixar boss who has been accused of sexual harassment. His video
Don't know about any Pixar boss, but oh no! Man, it sounds like he has some. He probably has the most tamest fucking takes out there.
Videos also defended Gamergate, which is a reactionary movement encouraging harassment of marginalized people and sexual harassment. But why has
Oh, it always must circle back to Gamergate somehow. The most inauthentic fucking shabanza of our modern day age. Jesus Christ. How to blow an elephant out of literally nothing.
Warner Brothers not responded to the request? Is it that the responsibility for fostering empathy and advocating understanding of all communities and all people has gone? Open Democracy asked Warner Brothers if any disciplinary...
I mean, anyone remember what's happening with the guy who played the Flash? You know that guy? The crazy sex cultist guy who was grooming underage girls? Yeah, I think honestly Warner Brothers at this point, they can publish anything and it's gonna be fine. It's like they can't tank their reputation anymore, you know?
Action had been taken against Levitt or if Levitt's claims regarding the company were true. However, they are yet to respond. Let's look at the issue of anti-Semitic tropes. Hogwarts Legacy, which is set in the Wizarding World universe of Harry Potter, elevates its anti-Semitic tropes. The villains are beady-eyed, hook-nosed goblin bankers. J.K. Rowling uses anti-Semitic
Yes, because Jews. Do Jews in default not exist in Harry Potter?
tropes within her Wizarding World universe. J.K. Rowling has made numerous and public demeaning comments about trans people and opposed equality. J.K. Rowling also publicly opposed reform to the Gender Recognition Act in order to reduce the time required for trans individuals to receive a certificate of gender recognition. Even worse, she wrote a troublingly trans misogynistic novel called Troubled Blood, in which a cis woman dresses up as a female to murder other cis women. The trope that trans women are femicidal males, dressed as women to murder cis women.
Well, that's a very interesting point, but all the transgender women that have been sent to transgender men that have been sent to a woman's prisons may refute that point quite a lot, considering how rampant rape has become, and especially in those cool places where you don't even have to actually, you can go to this is the funniest thing that's currently happening with this woke nonsense. You can be a male, you can go in front of the judge, and if you get sentenced to prison, in the UK especially, you can literally tell the judge, well, you know what, I'm trans, I'm actually a woman. And, that could be your first literal minute as a woman. And there's a good chance you're gonna get sent to a women's jail. Not even in isolation or anything. And you just, you can just do your thing right there. What bad will happen? What a great point.
Is dangerous. It has been used as a way to deny trans women the right to access resources and services. Additionally, it can increase policing, invasiveness, and violence towards trans women. Rowling's claim of believing in trans rights is a lie. These comments are not only disturbing, but have real-world consequences. Anti-LGBTQ politicians even use them to block the U.S. Senate's consideration of the Equality Act. It is a civil rights bill to protect people against discrimination on the grounds of their sexual orientation, as well as their gender identity. Rowling is obsessed with trans women, so why would someone want to buy new media that uses the Harry Potter intellectual property? Well,
because no one actually fucking gives a shit, because normal people can separate, even if they don't like them, they can separate the author from the work.
If you're stuck between buying or playing something new and reactionary, then I have your answer. Simply play a different game. In other news, EA's working on a new narrative campaign for Battlefield. EA has established a new Battlefield studio. Marcus
the fuck?
EA can do scale. Give us a thumbs up.
Wait, what do you mean? This is a Harry Potter video, you shitty what a great thing, Game Center boys. 10 out of 10. Well, anyway, that's pretty much it. Like, subscribe, and comment down below, boys. What a great thing. Harry Potter, boys. J.K. Rowling never disappoints. My favorite gilf in the universe. Kiss, kiss. Bye!